Right now, Pittsburgh's best sports show is about to begin. Call us or tweet us. We've got things to talk about on the Ireland Contracting Nightly Sports Call.
Hello and welcome into the Ireland Contracting Nightly Sports Call. I'm your host tonight, Cassidy Wood, on this very merry Christmas Eve. And boy, did we get a present over on the south side today, seeing TJ Watt back out there at practice for the first time since that scary injury with the punctured lung situation. Had to get an emergency procedure. He's been out these past 2 weeks, but we saw him back out there at practice today. Everyone's super excited for that. I'm joined alongside Jason Mackey tonight. And Mackey, just seeing 90 in the mix, I mean, we don't know for sure yet if he's actually going to be ready to go come game time this weekend in Cleveland, but just seeing him out there, it was a nice sight to see.
Yeah, good for TJ Watt, Cassidy. I mean, this to me is far bigger than football. I'm just glad he's okay. I have no expectations about this week. I mean, frankly, I don't want to see TJ Watt. I hope that Sunday's game is completely meaningless and he doesn't have to play and he can rest and get ready, and I'll see you first game of the playoffs. That would be a best case scenario for the Steelers. But yeah, TJ Watt being back at practice, just being healthy, that's a scary situation. I mean, I'm a medical idiot. I don't try to be smarter than I am with that stuff, but punctured lung seems really bad. I'm a little bit aware of what dry needling is. That's a scary place to be doing dry needling. That's a whole separate conversation, but happy to see he's okay.
Yeah, definitely. And Nick Herbig, too. He was back out there at practice today as well. Both guys sat out, obviously, last weekend. But it was great to see the run defense step up the way they did without those two in the mix. I mean, these are guys that really step up. They stop the run. And without them, I mean, they were still able to put a clamp down on the Lions' run game. So it was very impressive to see that. And I do think, you know, it's so what a 1 year makes such a big difference. Blech, I can't speak right now, but 1 year makes such a big difference. Like, we were standing right here this time last year in the middle of a 5-game skid. You know, the defense especially was not looking great. And here we had two of our best defensive players go down. And that's kind of when everyone gets nervous, right? But they were able to respond. And now they're on a 3-game win streak with 2 games to go. Yeah,
1 year. I'll go with like 4 or 5 weeks.
Yeah.
I mean, they couldn't stop the run earlier this year. Right. And the games that Derek Harmon did not play in, they were not good. And then all of a sudden, you got Jahmyr Gibbs and David Montgomery, and they make those two guys look like replacement level players. I mean, what the Steelers are doing late this season, I'm not wearing a hat, obviously, but I would tip my cap to them if I was. Whether it's been Mike Tomlin running the defense a little bit differently, players just performing better. Maybe it took a little bit for the water to find its level. They've got a really good thing going on. It's not just the defense. It's not just the run defense, the offense as well. They're making a lot of people eat their words, myself included. I know I was sitting right in this spot saying I didn't think the Steelers looked like a playoff team. Got a couple emails from people this week telling me about it, and that's fine. I believe what I said at the time. They did not look like a playoff team, but boy, you shut down the run like that, and they're scoring points at the clip that they are. They have my attention. They've looked really good.
I think the big thing to note, too, is just, you know, right now the guys seem pretty healthy. I mean, especially that defensive line, they're almost at full health, and that's huge this late in the season, especially having such an early bye. I thought once we got to this point in the season, we'd have a lot more injuries, frankly. So that's also really nice to see that they're pretty much healthy right now.
Yeah, and I mean, you've got young guys stepping into important roles, too. I mean, not that Nick Herbig is a rookie, but he stepped up when necessary. Jack Sawyer comes in. I thought he's played pretty well. Y.A. Black at various points this season. I mentioned Derek Harmon. I mean, those are guys that obviously, other than Herbig, weren't a big part of this thing last year, and they have found ways to contribute. James Pierre has had his moments. Jalen Ramsey, probably their defensive MVP, not quite sure. But, you know, they've gotten guys, brought them in here, whether it's via draft or off the street or whatever. But, I mean, they've really quickly and effectively gotten them integrated into their defensive system. And it's just been really impressive to see the way this group has come together. I think they're for real. I can't believe I'm saying that based on where we were at 6 weeks ago. But they've looked really good, Cassidy.
Yeah, especially those two rookies up front in Y.A. Black and Derek Harmon. So impressive. All right, guys, this is our Penn West University question of the night. It is Christmas Eve, so we're going to have a little fun with it. What is your favorite Christmas movie, Christmas Vacation, A Christmas Story, Home Alone, or other? Mackey, which one's yours?
I'm going Christmas Vacation. It's tight with that and Home Alone.
Yeah.
Christmas Story, no. I know that's a controversial take, but I'm going Christmas Vacation.
Yeah, I would have to lean towards Christmas Vacation too. Home Alone, though, as well. I mean, that's one that my siblings and I watch every year, all of them. So
now, what are your feelings on Home Alone 2?
I actually loved Home Alone 2.
Same.
I loved it. I thought it was so creative to do it in a hotel the way they did. I thought the bird lady was a nice addition to the plot. So I thought it was great. And they had all the returning cast come back. That's the biggest thing.
Yeah.
When they
the wet
producer
bandits,
Jeremiah in my ear,
come on.
Jeremiah in my ear just said Home Alone 2 is better. So our producer thinks the second one is actually better than the first. So that's impressive. But yeah, I love that they returned all the returning cast, because that's where they mess up in these Christmas movies. They'll have sequels or make a third one and have like a completely new cast, or even the main character's different. And it's like, what are we doing?
I know. And the torturous house, his Uncle Rob's house, I think was even worse.
Yeah.
That was even more painful for Daniel Stern and Joe Pesci. I love that in Home Alone too.
Yeah, I agree. All right, guys, we're going to send it to our first break. If it's called 412-575-2600. We'll be right back after this. Welcome back to the Nightly Sports Call. This is our Xfinity tweet of the night from NFL and CBS. Jaylen Warren is your Week 16 MVP. You guys, it's a huge award, the MVP. We know this. I think it was established, 2-3 years ago? So historical award, just amazing that Jaylen Warren could win it. And it's so great that he, is part of a 1-2 punch now in a run game for the Steelers that, again, kind of like what we were talking about first, Jace, with the defense. I mean, I don't think we really saw this run game being as productive as it's been.
Because it wasn't. It wasn't. He didn't look like that. Kenneth Gainwell did some things, but they've really hit their stride, Cassidy. It's so much fun to watch. I know there was a hot mic clip picking up Aaron Rodgers this week about, how much he likes to turn around and watch those guys run. I don't blame him. I mean, it's been so effective. Kenneth Gainwell, what he's done in the passing game. I go back to something Aaron Rodgers said a couple weeks ago about wanting to get Kenneth Gainwell paid. And boy, has he done a good job of that. I can't believe the Steelers got Gainwell for what they did. That group's found its way. And also full credit to the offensive line, too. They've done some great things. Dylan Cook stepping in. I thought that was going to be a bad situation with Broderick Jones going down. It has not been. But the offense, without DK Metcalf, we're going to get to that, I know, but it's been very impressive.
Yeah, and you know what? Let's just go ahead and dive right into it. So obviously last night, DK had his appeals hearing with the NFL to try to lessen his punishment, I guess you could say, the 2-game suspension. And unfortunately, the NFL decided to stand strong with the 2-game suspension. And look, there's a lot of videos that have come out throughout this whole situation. It's very clear that DK reached up, grabbed the fan, and then afterwards there's videos of him celebrating and stuff like that. And the fan came out today and said he's actually holding a press conference on Friday with his attorneys to, quote, clear up any misinformation that's being reported as truth. So we'll see how that goes. But it's unfortunate to lose your star wide receiver like this. Maybe he wasn't getting a ton of targets, as many as we expected him to get this year, but he was pulling that double team. He was creating opportunities and other targets for other guys, and that's why we've seen the ball spread out as much as it has. So I think losing DK is going to be a much bigger problem than we even realize right now.
Yeah, I'm going to go back to what I said at the beginning of the show, Cassidy. I hope it's rendered moot. If the Ravens just lose on Saturday night, we don't have to worry about this. And as far as this Ryan Kennedy character, boy, am I tired of this idiot already. I mean, he is clearly attention-seeking. You can see from the video Tom Pelissero tweeted this morning, he's trying to do this. He's trying to goad, I almost said Jalen Ramsey, DK Metcalf into doing something stupid. Now, DK Metcalf, of course, he is not without blame, right? Like, he is in the wrong here. You can't go over, you can't punch a fan, you can't do that stuff. But how about some sort of code of conduct? How about human decency? How about not, let's be this pathetic to try to do this, to either try to make a buck or just screw with the guy. And then you want to throw some racial stuff on top of it? Give me a break. You are despicable, sir. And now you're going to try to turn the screws to get some money out of this guy? Absolutely pathetic. I think I saw somebody, might have been Chris Muller. If I'm misappropriating this, I'm sorry, but like great loser energy with this guy. The sooner he goes away, the better. I feel bad for DK Metcalf. I don't like the way the NFL has handled this. I think it's been wrong. The fact that this guy isn't going to get punished, give me a break. But It's frustrating.
I think it'd be nice, too, if the NFL was a little bit more transparent with their investigation,
Yes.
like how they were going about doing this, because, I mean, it's very clear. You see all the videos. He's holding a Steelers uniform, even though he's dressed as a Detroit Lions fan. Like, he clearly went in there and it was premeditated and there was, you know, a plan for him to get under his skin. So I definitely think it would have calmed a lot of the craziness if they just were more transparent about the situation.
Yeah, and if you want to suspend DK Metcalf, fine.
Right.
Like, he was in the wrong. He knows he was in the wrong. I don't agree with 2 games. I'd cut it down to 1. But why is this guy getting off scot-free? You can tell that's what he was trying to do. There's video corroborating that. At that point, this guy should never attend an NFL game ever.
Yeah.
Ever. The fact that you can punish one person and not the other is just mind-blowing to me.
Yeah, I agree with you. All right, let's get to a caller. We have John in Dormont. John, what's going on?
Hey, thank you for taking my call. You know, I want to talk about the beginning of the season when I was one of many not wanting to see Rodgers make the team. I was one of many calling for Smith firing. And it seems to me like the way the 2 of them are gelling in sync with each other, I can't remember the last time that we had a quarterback and an OC on the same page like we're witnessing at this point.
Yeah, John, and I think what's nice is that there's a clear mutual respect between those 2. I mean, he gives Aaron Rodgers full reign to do what he wants to do and vice versa. I mean, Aaron's not going to take advantage of that, and I definitely think there's a lot of give and take between those 2.
Yeah, no doubt. And I'd go maybe Ben and Arians if we're going to talk about the last time a Steelers quarterback and an OC were this close. But, yeah, full credit to Arthur Smith. He's been fantastic. I don't think evaluating him based on 1 year is the right move. I mean, shoot, we've seen evaluating him based on this season isn't even the right move. But this is the exact right offense in how they're treating Aaron Rodgers. You bring a guy in here, let him play. Let him do what he knows how to do. Let him make reads at the line of scrimmage. I'll even give Mike Tomlin a little bit of credit here. Obviously, he's been criticized heavily, but he's allowing Aaron Rodgers to operate the way he should. He's giving his offensive coordinator autonomy. They're not living in their fears. They're going for it on 4th down. Look at last week. There are numbers out there. Aaron Rodgers threw over the middle of the field more than any other quarterback in the NFL last week and did it better than any other quarterback in the NFL. I know that's not Mike Tomlin. He's not calling the plays, but the Steelers are attacking this in a very smart way.
Yeah, and that's a stat right there that we have not heard here in Pittsburgh in a long time. There's a middle of the field what, and now they're actually doing well at it. So, Jason, getting back to the DK stuff. Now, off the field, obviously it's a mess right now. On the field, it's could also potentially be a mess. Adam Thielen, I think, stepped up huge in Detroit. 2 back-to-back 3rd and long conversions. That was very impressive by him. I think having MVS is out there as well is comforting for Rodgers. But how are they going to roll out an offense on Sunday? I mean, like we said, look, Saturday, if Baltimore gets beat by the Packers, it's null and void. They're going to probably sit most of the starters. So at that point, you know, that would be nice for this team right now. But let's say they don't. I mean, what's the plan of attack here, literally?
To me, it's get the ball out quickly, Cassidy. Try to scheme them to death. They threw over the middle of the field, and they've thrown deep more. You don't need to. Myles Garrett's on the opposing side. Take him out of it. Quick 3-step drops. Get the ball out on the perimeter. Maybe that means Roman Wilson gets a little bit involved. I don't know. I hate bubble screens, but that could be an option. Involve Kenneth Gainwell, involve your tight ends. I mean, there are ways to do it. Aaron Rodgers is smart enough. He's going to be able to find the open guy with the ball. I think that's one of the reasons why Adam Thielen and Marquez Valdez-Scantling have been so good here. They're in the appropriate spots. So I'm going to count on that again and allow Aaron Rodgers to beat them with what's going on from the neck up.
Yeah. And like we said, hopefully they don't even need to play the starters on Sunday. I mean, very well, the Packers could beat this Baltimore team. What do we make of the Ravens right now?
They're a mess.
They're a mess.
They're a mess. What did we say? Lamar Jackson hasn't practiced for the past 2 days. Very, very real questions whether he's even going to play. Not great.
Yeah, in the past few weeks, too. I can't remember the last Wednesday that he's practiced. I feel like it's been the past, 4 Wednesdays that he's been out, too, with different injuries. All right, guys, we're going to head to our second break. Give us a call, 412-575-2600, and we'll be right back after this. Welcome back to the Nightly Sports Call. I'm your host, Cassidy Wood, joined alongside Jason Mackey. And Mackey, last week we were talking about the Pirates and some of the moves they were making, and now they've made another one. Ryan O'Hearn coming here to Pittsburgh from San Diego, $29 million deal, I believe. So just what do you make out of this signing, and does it excite you?
How about this? Yes, it does, Cassidy. Big week in Pirates land. Ryan O'Hearn, I love it. A multi-year deal, Pirates first since 2016. He fits great with this team, frankly. It gives him another outfield bat. There's still some runway there to give people some reps. He can play some first base. They went out, too, and I don't think we've had a chance to talk since the Brandon Lau trade as well. I really like that. The Pirates talked a big game early in the offseason. I remember being at the Thanksgiving charity event and Travis Williams talking about talk is cheap. We have to go out and prove it. That's what this O'Hearn deal did for me. That and the Lau trade, they are serious. And the best part, I don't think they're done. I think we're still going to see some ads for them.
And on that note, let's get to one of our favorite callers here on the Nightly Sports Call. Chuck in Uniontown. Chuck, what's going on? And Merry Christmas.
Thank you, and Merry Christmas to both of you. Cassidy and Cassidy and Jason. The Pirates, I hope, aren't finished yet, but at least, you know, they're on the right track. This is so much different than in previous years when they did nothing. They're showing now that they're trying to catch up with the other competitors around baseball. What's done in the past can't be changed. It's gone. But there's still this year, and as Jason said, I hope there is more, but you absolutely like what they did to this point. And as I said before, there's a couple payoffs here. Number one, you can tell that the Pirates are going well because they're getting reviews from around the rest of baseball that they're, you know, this is a different kind of Pirates, that they're doing things the right way. And the second thing is, I've said.
All right, Chuck, I'm so sorry we had to cut you off there because we only have a little bit left in the show. But, hey, I totally agree with you. I'm very excited about this, too. Two hot bats that we need here in Pittsburgh. And, Jason, like you said, they're not done yet. Yeah,
and they've come at a reasonable rate, too, Cassidy. I mean, these are perfectly fine salaries. I think about it like this. Kyle Schwarber, they were comfortable offering him 4 years, $125 million. That's basically $31 million. Cut that up a couple different ways. You still have some room there to get out from under it with O'Hearn and Lau. They can add some pieces.
Yeah, and hey, we've talked about it for the past year. Ever since Skeens got here, you want to build run support around him, and I think they're on the right track doing that. All right, guys, that's the final poll. Wow, Christmas Vacation by a smidge, 2%. They win 35% with A Christmas Story, close second, 33%. All right, guys, hope you have a Merry Christmas. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. I'll see you next time, same place, same time.